help themselves. The Democrats cannot help themselves, y'all. So every Democrat just voted
Every one of
against
them.
the no tax on tips, the no tax on overtime, which was wildly popular with the American people.
Yes.
But every Democrat just voted against it because the Democrats are opposed to everything that's common sense, and that's the American people, like, they're completely out of touch, and they don't care about you.
Oh boy, this is going to be hard to defend. Like, Democrats, we want to hear you. We want to hear what you have to say about this right here. We want to hear it.
We want to hear it.
Where's the video at? Huh? Now, if you don't know what this is right here, this is the bill that went through Congress, or that is going through Congress. Went through the House of Representatives last night or yesterday. And if you look real closely here, you'll notice that not even one Democrat voted yes.
Not one Democrat.
Every fucking one of them voted no. Yeah. And y'all are telling us that we got played? That we got played by Trump because the no tax on tips and overtime wasn't in the fucking budget plan or something? Is that what y'all were saying? Okay, well, it's going through Congress. It passed the House. But why didn't none of y'all vote yes for it?
Not one.
I thought your party was
for the people,
right?
Right.
I thought it was for the fucking people. Y'all got fucking played. Oh, y'all got fucking played. See y'all in the Senate this time, right? Toodaloos.
The House just passed a massive spending bill, which means no more taxes on tips, no more taxes on Social Security, and no more taxes on overtime.
Right.
This could be huge for a lot of people.
Yes, it could.
Let's break down what's actually in the bill and what's got people buzzing about it, because this is going viral and people have a lot to say about it. So Democrats are flipping out, saying that it's cutting spending to the needy people who depend on Medicaid and Medicare, but that's actually not what's happening. So what they're doing is they're actually tackling and going after the fraud and the waste that's actually in that system.
Fraud and waste.
They're not cutting benefits for people that depend on it. So that's just a ridiculous claim.
Right.
And here's where people are getting upset across the board and on both sides of the aisle. It's that a lot of the country is salaried. So this bill isn't actually going to do anything for them. While it is amazing for the people who it will help, you know, as far as seniors not being taxed on their Social Security, that's amazing.
Right.
No taxes on tips and overtime, that's also amazing. But so many people are salaried, and that's not going to do anything for them.
Right.
So personally, I think that they should just completely get rid of the IRS, abolish it, and get rid of the income tax. That's actually going to help all Americans.
Everybody.
No matter how much money or how little money you make, that's just how it is. But I want to know what you think. Are you happy about this bill? Is it going to affect you? Is it going to help you? Are you upset about it? Also, don't forget that Democrats are the ones that voted no on this.
Yeah,
every single Democrat in the House voted no on this bill. So remember that.
Right. So remember that. Y'all, when it comes time to vote. Hey, allegedly, Janice, it's the back of Channel 2, Janice Hilton, and we talk all things politics over here. Hello, cousins. Welcome back. And to all of my new cousins, hey, thank you for checking out Allegedly, Janice. So you heard what was said, that I'm going to read an article. Not one Democrat voted for no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security. The young lady said something interesting. It's not going to help a lot of us because we're salaried. It's not helping me. It's not helping my husband. We don't do overtime, and we're not on Social Security. My job does do overtime ever so often. I don't do overtime, girl. Okay, I ain't doing no overtime. Okay, but I know a lot of people, a lot of the girls at the job, they look forward to overtime. The people that work at restaurants, when you go out, and all of those people, they get tips, and you know, we are encouraged to bring cash when we go out and tip them in cash, because once you use the card, it's going to be taxed. And not one Democrat, not one, not even one single one voted yes for it. Not one. So when it comes election time, y'all need to remember what they voted for. And like the young lady said, there's a lot of fraud going on in social services. I'm not going to say anything about it. I work in social services, okay? But I want you to remember that, okay? And again, it's not helping me, but I am happy for the people who this is going to help. You know, we're my family, we're very blessed. The Lord has blessed us. The Lord blessed me with a decent job, decent benefits. The Lord blessed my husband with a great job, and we're okay. But for most people who, you know, they're not salaried or they get tips and stuff, this is going to help them. For the seniors who are on Social Security, we're not on Social Security, but my husband is, I don't know, in the next 10, 15 years, maybe he's going to be collecting his Social Security. We don't want to be taxed on it because we already pay taxes on it. So this article by Newsweek, no tax on tips, bill passed, House Republican budget resolution explains. So understand that this is the budget. This is the budget. And in the budget, they they put in there that no tax on tips, overtime, and Social Security. So it says House Republicans took a crucial step towards implementing Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill on Tuesday, narrowly passing a budget resolution supporting his legislative agenda with a 2017 to 2015 vote. While a series of posts on social media claimed that Congress passed Trump's no tax on tips bill, the framework only sets the way for lawmakers to move forward with such plans, but includes no policy prescription. Okay? So understand, this is like a budget. I like that word. I hate the word budget, but that it makes sense. I want you to picture what happened. It's a budget. Okay? It's a budget. And in that budget, it's going to be calculated and worked out that there's no tax on tips and overtime and Social Security. Okay? So the bill has not been passed as yet. The president didn't sign it. You understand? All right. So let's read. While a series of posts on social media, let me read that again, media claim Congress passed Trump's promise no tax on tips bill, the framework only sets the way. So it's a framework, okay? It's like the foundation. Lawmakers move forward with such plans, but includes no policy prescription yet. Okay, so this is just the framework. We're starting on this road now, okay? You're backing out the driveway and we're about to start driving, but we didn't get to the destination yet. Why it matters. The passage of the budget resolution means that the House and the Senate can now negotiate how to move forward to implement Trump's promised legislation, which would extend tax cuts set to expire and introduce spending reductions across the federal government. And let's not forget that cackling Kamala stole Trump's idea of no tax on tips because, you know, she's so incompetent and delinquent. She can't come up with nothing herself. Remember that? Remember when she went to Georgia? Oh, no tax on tips. And we was like, wait, that's Trump's idea. Okay? The resolution is seeking $4.5 trillion in tax breaks and $2 trillion in spending cuts over the next 10 years, measures that have met opposition from Democrats and made some Republicans uneasy. All House Democrats opposed the passage of the bill on Tuesday, while only one Republican voted against it, Representative Thomas Massey of Kentucky. Hello, cousins in Kentucky. Vote him out. Vote him out. Moderate Republicans are cautious about implementing the kind of tax cuts and spending cuts Trump wants, fearing they might increase the country's debt while not saving enough money and forcing lawmakers to slash social safety net programs like Medicaid. Okay? So let's not forget, in the last 4 years under Biden-Harris, it is projected that approximately 20 to 30 million undocumented people came in the United States. I do not like the word illegal, okay? Okay? And a lot of those people are receiving Medicaid and other services that were initially set aside for American citizens and residents. Okay? So, like the young lady said, people who need Medicaid don't have to worry. What to know? The budget resolution does not contain a bill eliminating tax and tips, as some have mistakenly claimed on social media. In fact, it contains no policy prescription at all, but it does give direction for what legislators should try to achieve, and has officially kickstarted the process of passing through Trump's promised legislation, including ending tax on tips. The framework lays out committee assignments to slash between 1.5 trillion and 2 trillion, and allow for Ways and Means Committee to increase the deficit by up to 4.5 trillion while drafting Trump's promised tax cuts. However, it does not indicate which tax should be reduced. Okay, remember, framework, okay? It's a framework. They have to work out all the details. The president wants Congress to act to extend its 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, which is set to expire at the end of the year. He also wants to add new tax policies, including eliminating taxes on tips, Social Security benefits, and overtime wages, but extending the 2017 tax law alone will cost roughly $4 trillion over a decade, as reported by the New York Times, leaving Republican lawmakers in a tough spot to decide which other tax breaks to include in future legislation. Okay? The policies promised by Trump during his 2024 presidential campaign are going to be costly, according to experts. The nonpartisan Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget estimate that the package could add up to 11.25 trillion over 10 years. So the country's existing 36.2 trillion in debt. Ending tax on tips alone could add between 100 billion and 500 billion in debt over the next decade. But all those people who dodging, that could make up that money. Okay. While this budget resolution was ultimately passed successfully, House Speaker Mike Johnson had to hold onto his narrow majority in Congress with tooth and nail to keep Republicans in line, as the GOP can't afford to lose more than one vote. More opposition, bit of infights is expected among the ranks of the GOP as they decided which federal programs to shrink to back Trump's massive tax cuts. What are people saying? House Speaker Johnson said after the budget was passed Tuesday, House Republicans moved Congress closer to delivering President Trump full America's first agenda, not just parts of it. Okay, let's read a few more. Adam Michel, the director of tax policy studies at the Libertarian Cato's Institute, told the New York Post, the resolution is stronger than when it started. It now includes a trigger that ties the size of the tax cuts to the relevant committee's ability to meet or exceed 2 trillion spending cut target. The House budget would benefit from deeper spending cuts, which are the only way to stabilize the national debt, protect Americans from higher taxes, and meet ambitious economic growth targets. House Democrats leader Hakeem Jeffries said on the steps of the Capitol, as reported by the Associated Press, our very way of life is a country is under assault. Vote him out! Vote Hakeem Jeffries out! Vote him out! Where he from? Cousins, find out where he from. Massey, the only Republican in Congress to vote against the budget resolution, wrote on X, the GOP budget extends the 5-year tax holiday we've been enjoying, but because it doesn't cut spending much, it increases deficit of over 300 billion compared to letting tax cuts expire over 10 years. This budget will add 20 trillion. Vote him out! Vote him out. What's next? It would take weeks before any of Trump's promises, include tax breaks, become law, with any bill having to go through the House and the Senate before being finalized. The two chambers have passed their own versions of the legislation, and it's still to be seen which one they would agree on. The resolution passed on Tuesday does not specify which tax proposal will be included, and the no tax anti-proposal remain under consideration. So there you have it. I love reading Newsweek because they break it down so much. I absolutely love. Comment below, cousin. What state you from? Find out who's your representative, who's your congressperson. Vote him out. When they get to the Senate, do the same thing. Okay? Comment below. I love you. We still have to do some more joy. No joy, that joyless read videos. Oh my God. Ooh, have y'all been on TikTok? Girl. But I have to have time to do that. And I got home and I just wanted to do 2 quick videos. I love you. Comment below. Let me know what you think about this. How do you feel about it? Will it affect you? The no tax on tips. No tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security. It's not helping me, but I know it could help a lot of people. That's with the inflation. If you could keep a little bit more money in your pocket, it would definitely help a lot of Americans. I love you. Mwah. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Talk to you later. Bye.